Slow down and buckle up.
East of the metro.
The accident is near I-40 and Anderson Road, Ranger 9. Mason Dunn are there now, and Mason, this is a bad one.
It was the beginning to what seemed like a regular day. Two friends were on their way to Oklahoma City to do some Christmas shopping. A decision one of them made that day would affect both of their lives forever. My name is Billy, and I'm a senior at Ada High. Last year, I was in a car accident that changed my life forever.
Yes, Alex, you can see it's dark now, but the emergency vehicles are still out here on the highway. I can tell you that right now, as we can go to the video that we shot earlier when it was daylight when we arrived, this is about 35 minutes ago. You can see one of the vehicles there. This appeared to be a crossover accident eastbound I-40 around Anderson Road. That is the other vehicle, unrecognizable. Don't know which vehicle crossed over, if any. You can see Metaplat was on the scene. One person is dead here. The other one was Metaplated, as you can see, put on the helicopter and headed back to Oklahoma City. Guys. All right, Mason done for us tonight. And Mason, just a quick word on how traffic is being impacted now. Yeah, right now traffic. They just opened the highway back up. As you can see, they're intermittent closing the highway eastbound I-40 around Anderson Road. You will have to exit off of Anderson Road, or they're letting some cars through. So one person dead in this accident. The emergency vehicles will be out here for quite some time. So if you're planning on heading eastbound I-40 around Anderson Road, I'd plan on taking a different route, Alex. All right, thanks.
Amy Lester just returned from Ada, where she spoke to the teenager's family.
Words cannot describe the pain Tyler's family feels. Remarkably, they don't blame the driver, they don't blame the road conditions, they don't blame anyone.
I think about him, and I keep telling myself I got to quit doing this much because it just keeps making it worse.
4 days after he died, the day his family says goodbye, almost every thought revolves around Tyler.
You can't practice coping or dealing with something like that.
Investigators say Tyler Ford was the passenger in a Mustang, drag racing down I-40. His best friend, Billy Long, was the driver.
I still have a lot of questions about what happened and why. And
speeds reached over 100 miles per hour when witnesses spotted the Mustang racing another Mustang. Billy lost control, crossed the center median, and slammed into a van head-on. The impact split the Mustang in half, killing Tyler. But Billy survived.
And even though my son's gone, I'm going to be here. I'm going to get him the support that he needs.
On Christmas, Tyler's mother and stepfather showed that support. They brought Tyler's gifts to OU Medical Center, giving them to his recovering best friend.
We wanted him to know that we didn't hold anything against him or we wasn't mad at him or anything. We want to show him, Christian forgiveness.
The family wants to talk with the other Mustang driver next, the one who was racing Billy.
If there was another Mustang, I'd like them to come up and tell us what happened, because they're the only ones that can really tell us.
All the family hopes for is a simple conversation, not criminal charges.
I don't really want to pursue any kind of vengeful stuff as far as the law or, putting people in jail and things like that for what happened, because I don't see it doing good.
Now, OHP plans to forward its investigation to the Oklahoma County DA this week. That will decide about charges. The driver of the van involved in the crash is in critical condition. Kelly?
All right, and tragically, 3 teenagers from the same graduating class in Ada have died in about a year's time. 16-year-old Caitlin Wooten and 16-year-old Cody Boland. He died in a car crash while heading home to change for football practice.
Me and Tyler were on our way to get gifts for our parents in Oklahoma City. The last thing I really remember is passing Shawnee. After that, my memory's kind of blank. The highway patrolman told us that somewhere between Shawnee and Midwest City, I was racing my Mustang.
Forward its investigation to the Oklahoma County DA this week. That will decide about charges. The driver of the van involved in the crash is in critical condition. Kelly?
All right, and tragically, 3 teenagers from the same graduating class in Ada have died in about a year's time. 16-year-old Caitlin Wooten and 16-year-old Cody Boland. He died in a car crash while heading home to change for football practice.
Me and Tyler were on our way to get gifts for our parents in Oklahoma City. The last thing I really remember is passing Shawnee. After that, my memory's kind of blank. The highway patrolman told us that somewhere between Shawnee and Midwest City, I was racing my Mustang against another Mustang. I lost control of my car and swerved across the median, where I hit an SUV head-on. The force of impact broke both of our seatbelts and me and Tyler both were ejected. After the emergency services got there, I was meta-flighted to OU Medical Center with numerous injuries and a small chance of surviving. The guy I hit was also meta-flighted to OU. Tyler didn't make it. He died on impact. When I woke up, I was laying in a hospital bed surrounded by my brothers and my mom and a lot of my friends. I didn't know what happened, or I barely knew who I was. After a little while, I asked them, what happened, why am I in the hospital? And everyone got quiet for a while, and my mom left the room. It took a minute, but one of my brothers told me that I was in a wreck, a bad wreck. I didn't think nothing of it, but then I realized I had someone with me. I had my best friend with me. I asked him where Tyler was because I didn't see him standing around me to see if I was alright or anything. After a little while, they told me that Tyler didn't make it. At that point, I realized I wasn't going to have my best friend with me anymore. I wasn't going to have that person I always called to talk to about everything. The person I grew up with. My decision cost me my best friend's life. There's not a day that goes by that I don't think about Tyler. There's not a day that goes by that I don't think about the wreck. What would have happened if I would have just gone a little bit slower, obeyed the speed limit, did the right thing? My best friend still might be here with me right now. I'm sharing my story in hopes that you guys never have to go through this. The pain I feel every day, knowing how many people I've hurt, and the life I've took by just one decision, was way too much. High school's supposed to be the best time of your life. Don't cut it short by going too fast. Slow down. Buckle up.
Why I pulled you over?
No, officer, I don't.
Pulled you over for your excessive speed and your failure to wear your seatbelt.
I'm sorry, I just wasn't paying attention.
You realize that fines in the city of Ada for no seatbelt and excessive speed total $150?
I didn't know that either.
On top of your fines, you realize that speeding and failure to wear your seatbelt are two of the major factors in accidents that result in possible serious injury or even death?
No, I didn't. I'll be more careful next time.
Okay, be careful. Buckle up.
Thanks.